Now on a Sunday afternoon in Northern California, MLB The Show has baseball from the Oakland Coliseum. Today we wrap up the homestand with the third of three between the Detroit Tigers and the Oakland A's. The Athletics will try to wrap up the three-game series sweep, and we'll have it for you next. Homer Bailey is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, if you're looking for Achilles heel from this pitcher, this jumps right out at you. Right-handed batters are hitting over 300 on the season against this guy. That's something he's going to have to improve on if he expects to pitch well in this one.
Stepping up to the plate, Dawel Lugo. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Dawel Lugo.
First pitch on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, Dero. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in the 6 spot. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he could do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Stepping in, Dustin Peterson. He's 3 for 7 in the series coming in. Now here's the pitch. Comes out. At him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. One out, nobody on. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
At third, the shortstop, Jordy Mercer.
So striding in, Jordy Mercer. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Looped out toward third, but little trouble handling this one down there at third, as that will end the inning. Off to a great start in this one. It's the Tigers nothing. A's coming up. Major League Baseball is on the show. Jordan Zimmermann gets the ball for the Tigers in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has really struggled coming into this game, right? The league is hitting just under 300 against this guy, and that's something he really needs to improve on. And it'll be interesting to see if that trend continues in this start here.
At the plate, Marcus Semien. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The designated hitter, Marcus
Ready with the
Semien.
first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak out a couple wins, get on the plane, and get out of here.
Semien in an 0-2 hole here. Hard hit ball to second. Lugo takes it in. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Dero, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts, and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Here's Robbie Grossman as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Past history with Jordan Zimmermann. He's gone 4 for 9. He's taken him deep once. 2-0 the count to the A's left fielder.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Zimmermann is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. And then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
Left side, but well foul.
It looked like from our perspective he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
Another payoff pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the power-hitting third baseman, Matt Chapman. Zimmerman steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
The 1-1. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike two.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Line toward the alley in left center. Jones is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. His lifetime numbers against Bailey, an impressive 4 for 7. He also has 1 home run. Pitch on the way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
And if they're going to get something close to a repeat effort out of their pitching staff in this game to the one they got yesterday, that would certainly help the cause.
No doubt about that, Matt. A combo platter, combined shutout yesterday. Hopefully they can continue to throw more zeros up in this one today.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself in the scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
In now, Nico Goodrum, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Liner toward right center. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And let's take a look at multi-dimensional Jurickson Profar. This guy at one point was the #1 prospect in all of baseball. Hasn't come to fruition the way we would have liked, but he is constantly grinding, the ability to play multiple positions and hit from both sides of the plate.
So stepping in, Grayson Greenier, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In tight at 93, ball one.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
Count even now at 1-1. Hicks leads off second with one gone in the inning.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So coming to the plate, Jeimer Candelario. And as you can see, he has been slumping offensively. He's set. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. His lifetime numbers against Bailey, he's 0 for 4. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Candelario is a corner infielder, normally a third baseman, but he's at the other corner at first base here in this one.
Yeah, this guy's got sure hands. You know something.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep them out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Digging in, Ramon Laureano, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
22.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That's what happens when a slider doesn't do what you want it to do. That was just one of those cement mixers, kind of just spinning but doing nothing. Nice job of punishing that pitch and picking up 2 bags on one swing.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's set, and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A runner at second, nobody out. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Swing and a liner. Foul. No one out with a runner at second. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Runner in scoring position at second with one away. And up next, the ever versatile Chad Pinder. First pitch on its way. Lays off 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
3-0.
On deck, there's Jurickson Profar. Set to deliver on 3-0. 3-1.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
He loses him on ball 4.
Batting eighth, the second baseman, Jurickson.
Striding in, Jurickson Profar. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for the second strike. Sent on the ground out to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Into the box, Josh Phegley. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0 misses for the second ball.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Laureano on third, Pinder at second, Profar at first, one gone. And that's over, 2-1. Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. The 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Jones waits on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. The relay, and this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
Now batting.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded, and only one run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Zimmerman comes set. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. A's have to settle for just the 1. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The A's lead it 2-0. Jacoby Jones the next to hit. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hit hard on the ground to second. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in now, Ronnie Rodriguez. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Here's a look over to first, just keeping him close. A runner at first with no outs here. 2-0 to the Tigers left fielder.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Outside, 3-0 now.
A veteran hitter certainly knows when he's got wheels on first base, he's probably getting a fastball and he's probably getting it middle away. Might be a great time to get super aggressive.
Here's the 3-0. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. Nobody out, runner on first. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
Working for the punch out and the offering down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. There's one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Made him throw a lot of pitches in that at bat, but he'll take the double play as a trade-off for sure.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Dawa Lugo. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good fastball there from Bailey as he takes charge. 0-1. Hard hit ball to second, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box now, Dustin Peterson. He swings and lines it to left. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch to retire the side. A fine sliding catch here will take us to break. We're back to the Coliseum right after this.
The Athletics due to hit here in the third. They're looking to get some momentum going with the bats. This is a group that has had trouble doing so all season long. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts. So that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in for his second at-bat, Robbie Grossman. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit well on the ground to first. Candelario has it, and he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. So with 1 gone, we take a look at the current standings entering play, and it's not all that pretty. As you can see, these guys are well back in the division race, already looking forward to next year. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Chapman. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Here's the first pitch to him. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line toward right center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Into the box, Matt Olson. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This is line to left. Rodriguez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. A's are gone in order, but they're on top 2-0. In now, Jordy Mercer hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Laureano is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, designated hitter, John Hicks.
So striding forward now, John Hicks. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Hard hit ball to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Standing in, Nico Goodrum comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. Swing and a line drive. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Standing in now, Grayson Greenier. He swings and grounds it to short. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. This is pulled into right. That's in there. Base hit. Goodrum isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate. As they cut their deficit in half, it's a 2-1 game now.
They finally pushed a run across here. Yesterday, they were shut out, so anytime they can score, it's almost like throwing a party.
Yeah, Dan, no kidding. Look in that dugout. Looked like there was steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears right there. They had to get the offense going. Maybe that's the breakthrough they needed.
Stepping in now, Jacoby Jones, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself at bad counts.
2 balls and no strikes.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Greenier on second. Candelario on at first with 2 down. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
He's had command of his pitches all day. Hasn't walked a soul. But we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
In now, Ronnie Rodriguez, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away. One and 0. Here it is. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. 2-1 now.
Got to think he was sitting fastball right there to let that hanger go by. He won't see that pitch again the rest of the season.
The set and the 2-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Grossman has a read on it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1-run scores here in the frame. Tigers get just the 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the A's 2 and the Tigers 1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives. And even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
Thank you, Heidi.
The Athletics.
Into the box now, Ramon Laureano. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1. Good hard slider at 88. It's 1-2 now. Line towards center field, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely.
I don't know how he got to that fastball right there. That looked like the old Tommy Hawk approach back in the 60s and 70s getting to that one.
Into the box, Stephen Piscotty as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0. Taken, strike 1 outside corner. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
You know, I think that curveball in the previous pitch had him thinking about getting another one, because there's no reason he shouldn't have had a big rip at that fastball. That was right in every hitter's happy zone.
In there, now the throw. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Now batting.
I think it was pretty apparent he was trying to steal that bag to keep them out of the double play, which the guy at the plate is certainly prone to sometimes. It's always a risk, though, and that time they cut him down.
And that brings up Chad Pinder as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He drew a base on balls his first time up. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
1 strike.
Two runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. Takes this the other way to right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And they'll have to play this out around the 362 sign. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
The batter.
At the plate, Jurickson Profar, runner in scoring position with 2 guns. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. From the belt, kicks and deals. Popped him up. Grenier over to his right. And the inning is over. One left for Oakland. They lead it 2-1. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. They currently have more than one hit per inning, and looking at strikeouts, they only have 2. So far, the recipe for success has been to make contact early and often.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. So back to the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in, Dawel Lugo. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ball 1. Knuckle curve there off the outside corner. 2-0.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
Ruled a strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Ground ball left side. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash some leather.
Into the box now, Dustin Peterson. And he pops up the bunt attempt. To second for 1. Well, he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Love the aggressiveness from the catcher right there. He was looking at making the throw to second all the way, and he did a great job with his footwork to get to the ball and then make a strong throw for the out. Good stuff.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. No hits to this point. This is line to left. Grossman is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Up next for the Tigers, the designated hitter, John Hicks.
Ready once again, John Hicks. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Peterson, the runner at first with 2 gone. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Laureano has a beat on it, and that ends the inning. Tigers leave 1. Our score remains 2-1. Settling in now, Josh Begley. He hit a sac fly earlier.
The catcher, Josh Begley.
Here comes the first pitch. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. A ball and a strike.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Hit weakly on the ground to short. Mercer fields it cleanly. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Marcus Semien.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Semien. First offering on its way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Yeah. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Ready now, Robbie Grossman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And they start him out away with a called strike. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Lugo right there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next for Oakland, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
So a man at third here with 2 gone. And up next, the power hitting third baseman, Matt Chapman. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch in tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Aiming for that outside corner, but just missing. 2-0.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you could bet he's not going to hold back.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike two. Sent out to straightaway center field. Jones has a read on it, and the inning is over. The A's strand one. They still lead it 2-1. Next up for Detroit, Nico Goodrum. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid one hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Now a splitter, and he lays off a ball and a strike. Popped him up. Chapman in foul ground. One out.
Now batting, catcher, Grayson Griner.
So digging in now, Grayson Grenier. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Line toward right center. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And we find that these guys are currently fourth best in that category in the junior circuit. Next for the Tigers, Jeimer Candelario singled home a run in his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Fouled off. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They still trail it here 2-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Now the 2-0. is looked at for the first strike.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the weight pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over. Well, ball 3, and listen, the Oakland A's right now would love to get this leadoff guy on any way they could. They would love a leadoff walk.
Called a strike, and it's full 3-2. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there. You execute a nice pitch down in the zone, think you're going to get a ground ball or a swing and a miss, and you find yourself with a man on first. Got to regroup.
Now here comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout, and a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Victor Alcantara takes the ball now here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody
Number
out.
58, Victor Alcantara.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. A ball and a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 misses, ball 2. Here's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Three and 2 to the A's center fielder. Stephen Piscotty waits on deck. Oh, he pops it up. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. 1 there on the first. And as Ernie may have said, it's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers. 2 away.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Stepping in now, Stephen Piscotty, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. In for a strike. It's 1-1. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And up next, the ever versatile Chad Pinder. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this one bounds around against the wall. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
Now batting, the catcher.
Riding in once again, Josh Fegley. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Piscotty, the runner at third. Pinder over at second. Profar at first. 2 out in the inning. Swing, and he pops him up, and this should get him out of it. Mercer is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. A's threaten, but leave them loaded as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Now at the plate, Jacoby Jones. Already the beginning of the 7th inning here as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far. First delivery to him on the way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Into the box, Ronnie Rodriguez. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch on its way.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
3-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Line drive, fair ball down the line. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And it appears as though that's going to be all for Homer Bailey. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Blake Trinan comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh.
For the Athletics, number 39, Blake Trinan.
Standing in now, Dawa Lugo. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. A ball and a strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
One out and a runner on second base. And he fouls this one off. Another 1-2 delivery. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only one away.
The right field.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his third single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player on the defensive.
And he falls behind 0-2. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. The 0-2 once more. And another foul ball.
When you have two strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
in the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Boy, what a nice play there by that catcher on that breaking ball that was down and away. That's not an easy pitch to corral, particularly with a runner on third.
And likely nothing up at third, but he'll step off and look him back anyway. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And this is taken for a called third strike. So they go right at him with the base open, and it pays off. And now there are two gone in the inning.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Now batting, Jordy Mercer, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And with first base open, it looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and two men gone. Now at the plate, John Hicks. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. He's set. The 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
A pause and the 0-2, and he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. A's bullpen does its job. It's stretch time here in Oaktown. It's the A's 2 and the Tigers 1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marcus Semien. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one, his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
1-0 the count. Ready with the 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0. Two-0 count. Here it comes. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves bull. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball four. It's a leadoff walk to start the home seventh.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Now in the box, Robbie Grossman. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Dustin
attention,
Fowler
please.
will come on to pinch hit
Pinch hitting
now with
for
a
the
runner at
Athletics.
first and nobody out.
Number 11, Dustin Fowler.
In there for strike one, 0-1. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Yeah, right there. It's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Fouled away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jones has it in his tracks. 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Simeon stands at first with 1 out.
That ball's back.
The 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A bare hand for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A's go quietly there. They lead it 2-1. Dustin Fowler
please.
will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Number 11, Dustin Fowler.
Lou
Now
Trevino
pitching for
has
the
been summoned
Athletics.
from the bullpen as he'll
Number
do so to
62.
start the 8th.
Lou Trevino.
Ready for another shot now. Nico Goodrum. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Oh and 1, here it comes. And it's fouled away. Now the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The A's leading by the slimmest of margins late in this one and trying to hang on and earn the series sweep.
One of the keys if you want to sweep a team is you're going to have to get some big outs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. They're leading by a run as we're going towards the end of this game. Now it's time for the pitching staff to put this one under wraps.
There's a look at how we got to where we are. A's leading this one here in Oakland as we draw nearer to the finish line. Digging in to try it again, Grayson Greenier hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Fouled off. Here it comes on 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Miguel Cabrera will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
24, Miguel Cabrera.
Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. He'll enter play right at .333. 34 home runs and 68 runs batted in. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Cabrera, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He's a 17-year big league vet, so I think you could say he's just about seen it all. High and deep to left center field. Laureano looks up. That one is out of here. This game is tied. And there it is. 500 home runs. A huge moment in his amazing career.
Oh, it really is, Matt. The 500 home run club is a super exclusive group of the best power hitters ever. So this is just great to see. Congrats to him. I'm pretty sure we're looking at a future Hall of Famer right now. His career has been absolutely remarkable to follow, and I'm happy to see him eclipse this magic number.
Into the box, Jacoby Jones. And he lays off there 1-0. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
2 out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. But the Tigers do strike for 1 on the solo home run by Miguel Cabrera. On now to the bottom of inning number 8, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Miguel Cabrera will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Now at the plate, Matt Olson. Last time through was a base hit. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And Olsen with a drive out to deep right, but that'll be off the right field wall. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
He just sports that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
In now, Ramon Laureano, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Welcome to my world right here, batter. I've seen this 0-2 count way too many times. Hittable pitch in the middle of the zone, you take one. Slider in the dirt, you come unglued. Now you got to step out of the box. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Into the box now, Stephen Piscotty, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. A ball and a strike.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
The 1-1 is a sharp slider taken low for a ball. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Called strike 2. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line. And no one will track it down.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there to bring it in is Cabrera for out number 2. Striding into the box, Chad Pinder. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Two and 0 now. Here's the 2-0. Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1. Ball 3.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Line toward the alley in left center. A dive, but it's off his glove. Olsen blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he is out at the plate. Trying to take the lead, but this game's going to remain deadlocked as the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. Score remains 2-2. Liam Hendricks will be on the mound
Now
to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half.
Liam Hendricks.
Stepping into the box, Ronnie Rodriguez.
And you may notice the usual closer is not in the game here with the save opportunity on the table.
Yeah, he's worked a few days in a row, Matt, so we were told before the game by the skipper he wanted to avoid using him if possible. So that means they will look to close this thing out without him.
The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Grounded weakly to the left. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning, game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Dawa Lugo. Go ahead run at first, nobody out. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And that misses, 1-1. And it's 2-1 to the Tigers' leadoff hitter. Now the 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Laureano moves over, and that's the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, Dustin Peterson. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Now the 2-0. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. Hit hard up the middle, and that's in there. Base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Victor Reyes will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 22, Victor Reyes.
Stepping in now, Jordy Mercer, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Next will be the designated hitter, John Hicks. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Here's the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one.
In my opinion, there is no one in this bullpen that relishes a moment like this on the mound other than this guy. It looks like he feeds off the challenge of pitching in tight games.
Comes set, the 0-1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. In the air, down the line in left. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Tigers strand a pair, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Victor Reyes will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Number 22, Victor Reyes.
Here's Jurickson Profar, a hit in 2 tries so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike one. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. In there, 1-2 now.
The count is 1-2.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Josh Begley, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2. The 2-2. Popped him up. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. Bouncer to the left side. And there are 2 away now. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Marcus Semien. It was a walk in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
Comes set, the 0-1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Cabrera is there, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the A's. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Joaquin Soria takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
48, Joaquin Soria.
Digging in once again, Nico Goodrum. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Chris Herman is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Herman.
From the stretch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Piscotty's there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping up now, Grayson Greenier. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
The 0-1 delivery. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
One and 2 to the Tigers catcher.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Changeup, and that fades down and away, 2-2. The 2-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. High and deep down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
He's set. Here it comes. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike to Miguel Cabrera. One and two now.
That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Score remains 2-2. Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
0-1's the count.
One count. Here's the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here. This is where you play a little bit of manager. It's an AL game. Let's see if he employs a little National League style. Maybe ask the guy to bunt and move the runner up right here. I don't think so, though. American League, it's nasty. You're trying to drive something in a gap or over a wall.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. The winning run is at first base. The 0-1. High in the air out towards shallow right. Reyes has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number 1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
The 1-0. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. 2-1 to the A's first baseman.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Now the 2-1. Runners off for second. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. The throw pulls him off the bag.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
In now, Ramon Laureano. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Now the 2-1. And he misses again, ball 3.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle in. That's why you play, to get in those situations where you can try and do damage.
And this is down, and that should do it. Now this gets all the way to the wall, and they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings.
Well, that at-bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
Yeah, he was a big factor in this one, guys. He swung himself into a 3-hit ball game, so he was seeing the ball really well and put some good swings on it, too.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Athletics with their 80th team victory in this one. Joaquin Soria earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics. 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the Oakland Athletics earned the 3-game series sweep as they were able to get the walk-off victory against the Tigers 3-2. Heading into the day, the A's are in second place in the AL West, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. And the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. The Chicago White Sox finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Angels 1-0. In the standings, the White Sox sit in second place in the AL Central Division, 18 games out of first, while the Angels are in third place in the AL West, 20 games out of first. The Rangers finished off the 4-game sweep as they beat the O's in Baltimore 6-2. As of today, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Stros combined for over a mind-boggling 20 hits as they took down the visiting Mariners 15-4. At the start of the day, the Astros sit in first place in the American League West Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Mariners are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Aaron Hicks drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading the Yanks to a win over the rival Red Sox 9-7. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Heading into the day, the Red Sox sit in first place in the American League Eastern Division, 3.5 games ahead of second, while the Yankees are second in the division. They're 3.5 games back. Avisail Garcia had 3 hits on the day as Tampa Bay rolled past the Blue Jays 4-3. He is currently among the doubles leaders in the American League. Entering the day's action, the Rays sit in third place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Blue Jays are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Indians got an astounding 20 hits in total as they pulverized the Twins 10-4. As of right now, the Twins sit in third place in the American League Central. They're 18.5 games out of first. And the Indians are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Joe Ross collected win number 2 on the year, helping the Nats down the Braves 4-3. In the standings, the Braves sit in fourth place in the National League East Division. They're 19.5 games out of first. And the Nationals are second in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. Ryan O'Hearn was a major force at the plate, driving in 4, as the Royals disposed of the Marlins 5-3. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. As of today, the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Royals are in fourth place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. The Phillies brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 9-7. Entering the day's action, the Mets are in third place in the NL East. They're 15.5 games out of first. And the Phillies are atop the division, 6 games up on second place. Jose Lopez got his first career win as the Reds were winners over the Diamondbacks 7-3. As of right now, the Reds are in second place in the NL Central, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. And the Diamondbacks sit in third place in the National League West Division. They're 15.5 games out of first. The Cubs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-0. In the standings, the Brewers are in third place in the NL Central, 20 games out of first. And the Cubs are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The Cardinals sent 3 balls into the seats as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 8-5. At the start of the day, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Cardinals are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Dodgers got 11 hits overall as they defeated the visiting Giants 10-2. Heading into the day, the Dodgers are in second place in the NL West, 2.5 games out of first, while the Giants are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. David Dahl hit for the cycle as Colorado beat the Padres 11-9. As of today, the Padres sit in fourth place in the National League West, 16 games out of first, while the Rockies are atop the division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.